This is Lootlocked, a humble paladin who begins in the Elwyn Forest. But there's a catch for Lootlocked. Every single time he gains a level, I have to delete my gear and start over from the beginning. I also cannot carry over gear from level to level, so I can't hoard stuff in my inventory. Everything has to go, and we need to start hunting and scavenging for gear each time we ding. The mission of today's episode is very simple. We have to take out the final boss of Elwyn Forest, Hogger, and we have to try to solo him. And if you want to see me stream this challenge live on my channel, make sure to subscribe with all notifications. So what you see here is a character that has gear, so we have to make sure we adjust that by going into our inventory and yes, deleting all of our gear, which means that we're going to have to pick up our first quest and not use any armor. So this challenge is definitely going to be tough for a paladin to do. We're going to go over here and pick up our second quest, and Lootlocked is now off on his way. Luckily for us, our auto attack is going to get a little bit of additional damage, so that's definitely going to help for a poor little paladin that's not able to use his true offensive capabilities. How about this? How about we pull 3 of these guys at once? Don't worry, guys. We do have our heals, so it looks like we should be okay. But I am a little bit scared. I'm not going to lie. But now we just hit level 2. Luckily, we didn't get any loot yet, so don't worry. We don't have to delete anything. And that's when I realized after killing all those wolves, I never actually picked up the wolf quest. So I walked over here and I made sure to get it. And now Lootlock is back. After killing a wolf, I ended up getting my first piece of loot, which is the flimsy chain boots. So this is the first of many. We even got a second drop, which was the flimsy chain gloves. Rest assured, we killed the final wolf. We got the final piece of meat, and it looks like our first quest was done. And then we now have some bracers as well. We also can't forget that we had to take out the kobold. So we did just that, even going as far as being a madman taking on 3 kobolds. Hold up, we gotta heal, otherwise we are gonna die. Took out the first one, took out the second one, took out the third one, and we hit level 3. But you know what happens when you hit level 3? All of the gear that we have needs to get destroyed, so we are back down to 0. And not only that, the gear in my inventory has to go as well. And just like that, we took out our final kobold, so now we can turn in another quest. After turning in the quest, we picked up a few more, one of which sent me to my class trainer, which is going to give me my devotion aura. This is definitely going to be helpful since I don't have any gear. But the quest I picked up from Deputy Willem is going to be the toughest test yet. Without any loot or gear, I'm going to have to head over to this side of the map and take on the Defias. Hopefully, I can get them in one-on-one scenarios, because if not, I'm going to get cooked without gear. Let's try pulling our first one and see how it goes. Oh, see, there's 2 of them right there, so we're probably going to want to stay away from them. We were able to find one isolated over here. The real test for me is to see just how much damage I can withhold by taking on just one of them. Luckily for us, we are in the starter zone, so I was able to take him out pretty easy by just using my auto attacks, even though I'm a paladin, so all of my attacks are auto attacks. And there he goes. Hopefully he gives me some loot. We got some ragged leather boots, so this is definitely better than nothing. I got a pretty good pull by getting a shield here. I can still use the shield while I don't have a weapon, so at least for level 3, this is going to be extremely beneficial. You know what? I wish I could kind of just hit him with my shield. We got another kill, and we got some ragged leather bracers. I mean, hey, better than nothing. Okay, now we took out our final Defias, into which we got the final leather bandana. Right before we got back to turn in, I made sure to hit level 4, and the reason why is because now I have to delete all of my gear, so whatever quest reward I get, I'll be able to use for level 4. But once again, we're back to 0, and that's the beauty of this challenge, because now for level 4, I will actually have a weapon. We have 2 more quests to do. I definitely shouldn't get used to having a weapon because this will not last. First quest was rather simple. We just have to grind some kobold workers. Made sure to turn in that quest and pick up another one because the next one would actually give me some gear, so I definitely want to have that in my back pocket. Due to the nature of this challenge, I figured I'd be strategic. While I still have a weapon, I should probably make my way over here and start picking up the grapes, because if I don't have a weapon, I'm gonna have a tough time. Luckily for me, it was already cleared out, so I was able to get the 8 grapes. I'm only level 4, but now seems like the perfect time to take out Garrick Footpad, because like I said, I have the weapon. We might as well do it now, because if we do it unarmed, it's probably going to be a problem. So naturally, I went in, and no armor is no problem. We took out Garrick Footpad. We also made sure to take out his little henchman, got a little bit of loot, a flimsy chain belt, and we were back on our way. I didn't turn in any of my quests yet because I still want to get the most out of my hammer, so I made my way over to the mine and made sure to take out the kobold laborers. After killing a couple of laborers, we hit level 5 in the cave, so you know what that means. All of our gear has to go. No more Warhammer. I'm pretty sad about that, but don't worry, guys. We're going into a fresh level with tons of quests to turn in, so naturally, we're going to have some loot. I got the layered tunic, so at least I have a shirt finally, and I even have some mail boots with the outfitter boots. I'm also getting a big boost by unlocking my judgment ability, and I'm also getting a mail belt, so level 5 should be good to me. I'm definitely going to need all the luck that I can get, because now I'm going off into the real world. We're going to be doing real quests with real risks. We now have to journey out into the very dangerous Elwyn Forest, especially without gear or weapons. This is going to be a challenge, but this is also where it just begins. We made it to my hometown of Goldshire, and this is where I'm going to start to formulate my strategy. I started turning in and picking up every quest that I could find, but most importantly, I found Smith Argus, the journeyman blacksmith. blacksmith. Training my blacksmithing is going to be crucial to this challenge, and the reason why is that I now have this formulaic structure for each time that I level. I'll be able to go out, craft some gear, and have a better shot than I did without having these skills. So I made sure to run over to Stormwind to head into the Dwarven district and talk to Gelman Stonehand, the mining trainer. Now that I picked up mining, this challenge just got a lot more interesting, except I didn't have enough money to get a mining pick, so I'm gonna have to sell some of my gear. As a matter of fact, I had to sell almost all of my gear, but I had just enough coins to make sure that I had a mining pick. My character certainly looks like a savage right now, but now I'm ready to tackle the world. So we return to the inn to reflect, and now we are gonna set off on our journey. We're back in Goldshire, it's time to go. It probably makes sense to head over to the Malcure Vineyards in order to pick up a quest, which is the Young Lover's quest. And then we head over to the Stonefield Farm because there's more quests here also. The Lost Necklace. This one is bringing us into the cave. Before we face my greatest fear, we did turn in Young Lovers. Luckily, there's a copper rock over here, and because we're going to need to start crafting gear, I got to work on my crafting levels. We just turned in Speak with Grandma, which brought us to level 6, so that means our shield has to go, which means we're back to 0 gear, but I'm going to hold on to my mining pick. I'm not going to use it as a weapon. We are going to keep it in our inventory. We almost died. We got down to 22% health, and any respawn right now could kill me. As a matter of fact, we just got a respawn. Luckily, he hasn't moved yet, but he got me. It was only a matter of time. I already had to make a break for it because I was going to die. When it comes to this cave, easier said than done. I'm going to have to be a lot more strategic or try to go find some gear. We pulled something. We got a cloak. Not sure how much that's going to help us. For now, it seems like the best strategy is to just stay outside the cave and just pick them off one by one. Oh, there we go. We got a frayed robe. At least my character has something on. We even got some ragged leather bracers. So hanging on the outskirts definitely helped me out. I was able to get some of the things that I need, but I still need to get 2 more candles. But we also pulled some gloves too. So now it's like we got almost a full set here. 1 more kobold tunneler down, and the final gold dust has been secured. The next quest is talking to Billy McClure because he wants us to take out a couple of stone tusk boars to get some meat. Surprisingly, I got good RNG in this quest and didn't really have to do much. So we turned in the quest, but they want me to go back into the mine. I have a lot of quests to turn in, so I figured I'd reconvene and go back to Goldshire. On the way back, of course, we had to do a little bit of mining because we just got our first blacksmithing recipe. So we hit the forge and crafted all the materials we got, and now my vision is coming into fruition. We have just crafted copper chain pants as well as a copper rough vest. Now I actually look like a true World of Warcraft character. Also, I'm turning in all my quests, so I'm going to lose the gear anyways because we just turned in the kobold candles, and we also turned in the note to William, and yeah. Now all that beautiful gear that I just got is going down the drain, and we restart again at level 7. Very important, we just picked up our bubble as well as a new rank of Holy Light. I took a little break from Goldshire, went to Stormwind to turn in the shipment to Stormwind quest. I got into my first situation over here. Hopefully we can make it away. Yeah, oh my goodness. Fortunately, we ran into 2 different people trying to kill us, but we got away. So instead of veering off the path, I ended up going over towards the Murlocs, which probably is not a great idea. I'll probably just stick to the outskirts and take out the Murlocs one by one, but if I need to, maybe I'll go get a couple more. Playing the outskirts was definitely the move. These Murlocs were no match for me. Okay, I lied. There's 2 Murlocs on me right now. I may be cooked. Hopefully I can get out of this. I'm going to run over here. I think I'm going to bubble, actually. It's probably a good move. We'll do it right about now. Bubbles popped. We're still running. And we narrowly dodged death. Oh my goodness. And that, my friends, is why you roll Paladin. I made sure to be a little bit more patient and then went back to the Murlocs, picking them off one by one because I had a run-in with death almost. The last Murloc was no challenge for me as we received all 4 of the crystal kelp frond that we needed. We made sure to turn in the collecting kelp quest, picked up the escape because this will give us healing potions. And now it was time to take another trip down to the southern portion of the map. So now I turned in the escape.
Safe travel.
And I hit level 8. Fortunately for me, I have no gear, so I have nothing to delete right now. But now, this is where the fun begins. Now that I'm level 8, this is probably the best time to start mining some materials, because on a fresh level, we'll now be able to have some gear. We killed the kobold and got some frayed shoes, and even secured a kobold mining shovel. So now we have a weapon. At this point, I was feeling pretty damn invincible. I wanted to craft some gear, but I don't think I even need to. I made sure to mine just a little bit in here because just in case. And for good measure, we mined this rock as well as this rock. Now, after all of my preparation, my date with Goldtooth was locked in. He charged me, but he really was no match for me at this point. As he ran away, it was possibly the easiest kill that I could have gotten, but my character was certainly making progress. After exiting the mine victorious, it was time to turn in the quest. We turned in the Goldtooth quest, and I even got some new gloves, so level 8 was definitely going to be kind to me. After finally heading back to Goldshire, it was time for us to craft some materials. I crafted all of the rough sharpening stones in order to increase my blacksmithing level, and I made sure to obtain the copper mace recipe. So now, every time I level, if I have enough materials, I'll be able to craft this after gathering them. First thing I did was craft copper chain pants. I crafted a copper vest. I crafted some bracers, and would you look at that? For the first time in this challenge, my character actually looks like he's going to be pretty formidable. I also made sure to obtain my parry ability, my dispel, and my hammer of justice stun. There's never been a better time to be this paladin during this challenge. Now I'm going to go over to the Jasper Lode mine, because at this point I would say I'm sufficiently equipped to be able to take out any of the challenges that lie my way. But of course, you can never be too sure of the challenges that lie ahead, because now we're going to have to take on probably 2 enemies at once. But no problem. 2 enemies at once. Let's see what we got. We took out the Geomancer, so that was going to be like basically the only problem that I go up against. Took out the miner and even got a mining rock over here. Oh wait, we got a respawn. Great. Don't worry, we took him out as well. And just like that, we scouted through the Jasper Lode mine. I just ran into a big problem. I'm going up against 3 of these guys, so hopefully I'm able to lock in and not die. This fireball's coming. Holy light. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good. Got a little scared there, but don't worry, these guys were no match for me. We ended up living to fight another day. While I still had gear, it probably makes sense to head over to the Eastvale logging camp, because these quests definitely kill a lot of players in hardcore, and I have gear, so we might as well get it done. First thing I had to do was take out some prowlers, 8 to be exact. Can't forget that we also had to pick up some logs. Oh yeah, we also had to kill 5 bears. I picked up some warriors bracers along the way, but I am about to level, so it's not looking too good. Along the way, I completed the first part of finding the lost guards. I found a couple of other adventurers that were actually doing the quest that kills a lot of people. While I didn't group up with them, it definitely gave me an opportunity to swing in and complete this quest, because there's no way I'm doing this by myself, which got me to level 9. So now I was all the way back to 0 with no armor, and now I have to scavenge for more crafting materials. Now that I have no armor, I wonder if it's even going to be possible to take out these prowlers. It looks like it is, but I only have 11% health, so I definitely need to go scavenge for stuff. I didn't trust myself out here, so I'm heading back to Goldshire to go look for some crafting stuff, because I cannot live like this. Going back to Goldshire was definitely beneficial, because we were able to turn in a couple of quests. I turned in everything. I picked up everything. I even got some new blacksmithing recipes. So I made sure to hit some mining nodes. And what better place to get more mining nodes than an actual mine? So we were able to get all the copper ore that we needed to craft new gear. Then it occurred to me that I could probably get a weapon upgrade in here. And guess what we pulled from a kobold tunneler? That's right, a 2-handed weapon. Now, with all the resources that I've obtained, I can now go back to Goldshire. As a matter of fact, I just got some flimsy chain gloves as well. Back to Goldshire to smelt our materials, and then we crafted the gear, of course. I just picked up a very important recipe, which is the copper claymore, which is a 2-hander, but I do not have a specialization for that. So I actually can't do anything because I'm level 9, but at level 10, I'm going back to Stormwind. I put on my gear and I am right back like I never left. First order of business, take out the bears. Second order of business was to take out the prowlers. Third order of business, pick up all the logs. And the last order was to make sure that we turned in this abundance of quests that we had. All the quests were turned in, and now all that's left to do is to now do the difficult quests, like the bounty on Murlocs. We also have to do red linen goods, and we can't forget that Princess still needs to die. Now it was time for the moment of truth. Would I be able to solo Princess? Well, let's give it a shot. With everything that I got, I think I should be okay. I do have a potion as well, so I think that's definitely going to work in my favor. Let's pop that bad boy right there. Oh yeah, we are good. Princess, you are dead. You are the most dead princess ever. Nice. We could probably take out the entourage too, just to be safe, right? We wanted to make sure that we were not ever at risk of dying. It looks like we also killed Princess as well as her entourage. And now I can kill the Defias bandits in peace. After killing them for a little bit, we got all of their precious bandanas. I killed a boar and now I'm level 10, which means I'm now gearless and we got to start over all again. I'm definitely not happy about this. Step 1 was to head back to the kobold mines and get some gear, hopefully a weapon. Right off the bat, we got some gloves and then some bracers that are cloth. Took out a few more of these bad boys. And just like that, we got a kobold mining mallet, which is not exactly what I need, but it is definitely better than nothing. We also need to level up our mace skill, so I guess I'll take it for now. But what I was really here for was the kobold mining shovel. Now my character doesn't feel as naked, even though he's naked. I then came across my first elite, which was Narg the Taskmaster. Maybe I can get something good off of him for this level. We are going in for the kill, boys. Let's see what we can do. With no armor, I don't feel scared. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm definitely keeping a close eye on my health here. Let's stun this guy real quick. Maybe pop a little heal just in case, right? Right? Oh my goodness. I'm a little scared here, guys. Maybe we're gonna have to pop our potion just to be safe. Oh my goodness. All right, he's dead. Maybe I didn't have to do all that, but listen, better safe than sorry. There we go. They're all dead. The real reason why I came here was for the mining node anyways. Picked up some loose chain bracers. And then at long last, I was finally able to turn in the princess quest. While I was in the area, it probably makes sense to go hit this quest hub near Hogger just to pick up a couple of things. But at this point, it was starting to look like I had no other choice but to start really putting my life at risk. So at this point in the journey, now it's probably a good time to hit Stormwind. And the main reason why is because I wanted to hit the weapons trainer in order to be able to learn the two-handed sword skill. Now we have to go back into the mines in order to get crafting materials, which is exactly what we did. Well, we got a drop for loose chain pants, but we were also able to get some mining nodes. I even saw a treasure chest. Hopefully we pull something good. We got some bracers. I'll take that. Now I'm back crafting some gear, and I also made sure to pick up some important skills like lay on hands, a new rank of seal of righteousness, a new rank of Devo aura, and now it was time to go take on some Murlocs. We're back at the Eastvale logging camp, so we're turning in some quests, and the battle against the Murlocs was on. A lot of people die here, so I was certainly aware of the risk that this poses to me. Initially, I was scared, but we tore through those Murlocs. We even got a better two-handed mace. It feels kind of nice not having a stupid shovel. I turned in the Murloc quest. Our final battle awaits us. Now we had to take out the gnolls and take out Hogger. I just hit level 11, which means all the progress that I made has just been thrown out the window. I get to keep this cloak though, which is good. Looks like we were back to square one and we had to craft more gear. So the first place that I went was back to the mine to get more gear and more materials. We got a couple of mining rocks. This is certainly going to be an uphill battle. And lo and behold, we got the kobold mining shovel. Came back to Goldshire to make sure to smelt and craft all my materials. Now it looks like we have enough gear to go back and take on the gnolls for the final time. So we came back to the gnolls and we actually got all 8 out of 8 armbands. So all that's left to do now is gear up and get ready for Hogger. Came back, turned in the Riverpaw Gnoll bounty quest. Still not enough to get us to the next level though. So now we just got to stockpile gear. First pull was pretty big. We got warrior's gloves and we got it. We got the cracked sled. So this is probably going to be our best drop. While questing, I also got a green shield. Maybe this could be useful. After going around and gathering some crafting materials, now is time for the big showdown. So I'm crafting all of the gear that I can possibly get. And this could potentially be the end for my character, but Hogger needed to go. And so it begins our one-on-one duel with Hogger. And this guy just completely took the tag. I'm so mad. And we took him out. So that was definitely anticlimactic. Now we have a date with Destiny. I want to give you guys a true climactic finish one way or the other. So we're going to try to solo Hogger. And another group ended up tagging him. All right. And now the true test begins. Can I solo Hogger as a lone paladin? Let's see if we can do it. I'm a little scared. This guy wants to join a group, but I will not. Oh, of course, we get someone that tries to help out. I mean, we got 2 of them, right? It is like a 2v1, so I guess it kind of counts. I have lay on hands. I feel pretty good about my chances right now. You know what we did get? We got some new gear. So this is actually going to help me if I want to solo. All right, now we got a true one-on-one opportunity. Let's make sure that we get our mana right before we go in for the kill. Oh, he's pulled. He's pulled, guys. The hog has been pulled. I'm a little scared. I'm definitely scared. He's 25%, 69%. I feel okay. Feel okay. A little nervous right now, for sure. All right, let's pop our first health potion. We still have a bubble, you know. We still got this. He's at 49%. We got to just make sure. What we really have to make sure of right now is that we don't run out of mana and he doesn't stun us or he misses. Yeah, like he's critting on us right now. So I'm going to pop a bubble real quick. Let's get a holy light going. Let's get ourselves back to full health and let's hope for the best right now. It's me versus him. He's at 21%. I also have lay on hands. So the solo might be there. The solo may be achieved. We did it. I had to make sure that I actually soloed the boss guy. Loot Locked has achieved all of the difficult quests in Elwynn Forest. We are the champion. We are victorious. We will turn in this quest. We will see you in the next episode where we take on Westfall. Make sure to subscribe to the channel with all notifications if you want to see me stream this challenge live.